Thank you. How many of you are excited to be here today? How many of you are just hungry for more stuff, more learning? Thank you. Alright, so my name is Isak Neal, and welcome to The Light Show. I would like to thank some people and to getting us things. I would like to thank our building, this building, the Keller Williams office. And let's give it a round of applause. Thank you. I would also like to give a round of applause for the people at the office who were able to give us, what was her name again?
Tracy.
Tracy. Let's give Tracy a round of applause so we can have this facility and not have to be outside. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. So what you guys are going to get out of this class is how to connect better, and also what's the difference between light, what's the difference between dark, and the gray area of life. How many of you ever felt like you've been in the gray area of life, where it's numb and it's boring? You're also going to learn about how to set goals and how to have a vision and make that vision possible through goals. Alright, so does that make sense? It's setting goals. Setting goals. Turn to the person next to you and say, I like setting goals. And come on, tell the person next to you,
I like setting
goals.
I like setting goals.
And tell the person on the other side, say, I love accomplishing those goals.
I love accomplishing those goals. I love accomplishing those goals.
So I have been doing this. Do you have my permission to talk a little bit about myself?
Yes.
Is that okay? Okay, so I have been doing presentations for, my whole life basically, but doing this type of thing, I've been doing it for about 6 months, doing preparation and all accounting in, and I've done another light show previous about a month ago, and I'm doing another one today. So, I have 2 clients. I have 2 people that are working with me, and they're a blast to work with. I have this guy named Andrew Greenman who's been giving me tips on how to build a website, and he also does the graphic designs for everything that I do. So he's a really neat guy, and so I have a couple clients. I've been doing different kinds of trainings, such as I've been to Master of Influence that Kirk Duncan teaches you how to read body language, and I've also been to a class called Present Yourself, and in that class it teaches you how to present yourself. What's the word? Present yourself. So present yourself. So I went there and I learned a lot about how to what?
Present yourself.
Present yourself. And I really enjoyed it. And so it got me fired up. And so now I've been doing these classes and been doing these seminars for about 6 months, and I've been planning them through the process, and I did a conference call as well. So yeah, it's been a long journey, but I've loved it more or less. And can I tell you a story? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, so back when I was, we do this camp called Timberline. And what we do in there, it's a Boy Scout camp, and what we do in there is we teach young men, and for the participants is like what we like to call it. We like to help them accomplish their goals and have their vision and stuff that I've been learning and that I'm going to teach you today. So, stuff that I've been learning, great stuff. And so in Timberline, they teach us, or we teach them, or we've been participants at one time as well. And they teach us they teach us all about this phrase called vision. Vision is what future success looks like, and if you can see it, you can be it. So that's what we learned about there, and I'm going to go into more detail later on. But once that hit me, I'm like, wow, what is my vision? What is my vision? What do I do? What do I do? And I didn't really know, but all I knew is I had to be on stage with something. I'm also really, really good at music and singing, and I have a talent in that. And so I didn't know whether to do that, I didn't know what to do. And once I got to this class, I knew exactly what my mission in life was. I knew that I had to stand in front of people. I had to stand in front of people and present something that I know is true and something that I want to teach with all of you. And because if I don't, people out there need to hear my message. And if I don't do that, then someone's going to miss out. And somebody's out there waiting for me and praying for somebody to get out there and do something more. Have you ever felt like somebody's out there for you? You need to teach somebody. You ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like you wanted to, you felt like that people are out there, but you don't know how to go there. You don't know how to use the process of being a presenter. You don't know how to use the process of accomplishing your vision. Have you ever felt that way? Like you're overwhelmed with things. It's a big problem in the world. And where people they maybe have their vision, but they don't know how to go on to that. So I'm going to get into more detail of that later. So, can we establish a little agreement here? Is that okay? Okay. So,
no markers.
All right. So, I want to right here. So one of my first rules that I have and doing these classes, one of my first rules is to what's the word?
Respect.
What's the word?
Respect.
Again, one time, twice as loud.
Respect.
Respect each other. Why would we want to respect each other? Just to be open. To be open. We also want to respect each other because some people out there, they have a hard life and they have hard things, and sometimes sometimes we go too far. Have you ever gone too far with somebody and they're out of their comfort zone and they feel like they've been hurt inside before? And so we just want to respect that, and we don't want to go push any of their limits that they don't want to go. And I promise that I will do that as well, and I will not push you as far as you need to. Wherever you need to go, that's how far you're going to go. Okay? So, respect. My second rule is stay present. Stay present. Stay here. Stay here. So an exercise I like to do when I'm not here, so to say, when I'm not have you ever felt like you've been you're physically here, but you're not mentally here? So an exercise I like to do to get myself on track with the way to go, I like to find my brain. Find your brain. Find your brain. It's up there in the world, and it's up there, and it's not where it needs to be. So find your brain. Everyone find your brain. Locate it. Find your brain. I found my brain. Did you find your brain? The person next to you, did you find your brain?
Did you find your brain?
Give them an answer.
Did you find your brain? over there.
So point at, okay, so now I want you to grab your brain, stick it right back into its spot, and go, make it stay there. Make it stay there. We want to stay present. Why do we want to stay present? We want to stay present because we want to be focused just for almost for about 2 more hours. We just want to stay focused so that we can stay here and do what we need to do. And, you know, we want to stay focused so we can learn more. Also, this is my third rule, 3 rules, MCD. If you can, some of you know what this means, but what it means is manage your communication device. So your cell phones, or if you put them on stun, or put them on, or turn them off, or whatever you need to do. Also, your communication device is also what some people don't recognize this, but your lips, your talking. And that goes along with respect. We want to respect each other and respect each other's time, because you guys came out of your time to be here, right? So we want to respect that. So manage your communication device and manage your communication device. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we want to respect people of that so that they can learn more as well. So are you ready to get started on learning on more stuff?
Yes.
Okay, really, guys, this is what you're here for, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get your money's worth. Well, but you're going to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about vision first. Vision is what future success looks like. Vision is
What future success looks like.
Vision is
What future success looks like.
one more time, twice as loud.
What
Future
future
success.
Vision success looks like.
Vision
Future.
success.
Future success.
looks like.
Future success. Okay, so vision is definition.
Let's clean the brain.
What? Okay, somebody teach me how to spell future.
F-U-R-E. Yeah.
No.
F-U-T-U-R-E.
F-U-T-U-R-E. Okay, future.
Success.
I don't know what's
S-U-C.
S-U-C.
C.
S-U-C.
E-S-S.
E-S-S. Looks like. By definition, vision is what future success looks like.
I can say
Vision is.
that. Vision is what future success looks like.
So. Okay. So, you have your vision. So we're going to have this as an analogy, we're going to use an example of a soccer team. Is that okay? Is that the soccer team? So, soccer team, one of their visions, so to say, is to what? Win the
Game.
Win the game. We always want to win the game. We want to win the game. You ever felt like you want to win the game?
Mm-hmm.
Winning the game. Everyone wants to win the game. So, that's what their vision is. Their future is, what their mindset is, we want to win. We want to win this game. This is the vision. But they have to have what they need in order to accomplish that vision. Things such as goals. You need to have goals. So when they make a point, that's a goal. So that's one of their goals. They have to have so many in a row. Sometimes they only have 4, however many, but they have to have goals to accomplish their vision. So it's more like this. So they have about let's say 4 goals that they have. They have 4 goals. And they have to make that in order to accomplish their vision. Does that make sense? Okay, so one of my visions is to become a multimillionaire. And by doing these and by helping people, lifting people up, and by helping them finding their inner light and bringing it to others. And giving it to others because they need it. They need it in this world. And so that's my vision. Become a multi-billionaire and teaching what I love to do. And helping people. I've always wanted to do that. Well, not always, but I've always felt that inside me. And it hasn't always come out, but it hasn't always come out until just recently. And this is now what I know that I need to do. So, the vision is what?
What future success looks like.
Vision is what?
What future success looks like.
Okay, good. So, we want to make what? Smart goals. We want to make smart goals, right? So we don't want them to make these stupid goals because that would defeat the purpose. So, but every letter has a purpose as well. So S, smart. Okay, are we done with this? You guys take notes on it? You guys good with this? Okay.
You forgot your T.
T where? Oh yeah. Okay. So, just so it's not distracting. I'm going to keep that up there though. Okay, so we have to make SMART goals, correct?
Right.
SMART goals. So, S stands for specific. What's the word?
Specific.
Specific. So it has to be like specific. Like you don't want it to be what?
Too broad.
Too broad. Yeah, you don't want it too broad. You want it more specific. So if like my vision is to become, if my vision was to become a musician, then if my vision was to become a musician, then one of my goals maybe a small goal, so one of my big goals actually is to create an album, right? So that's what artists do. So to create an album. But then you can have goals in between goals as well. So like you have a goal here, then you can have another goal. So there can be specific goals to that goal. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, and also you can have different kinds of visions as well. So it's not like it's constricted. So, specific. So maybe he wants to create an album. Well, first he's got to create a song. Well, maybe one of the small goals is just to create a lick. And what a lick is it's on the guitar, and it's just a small little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, something like that. That's a lick. And so maybe he has to create a lick for a song. And so that's one of his small goals. And so it's got to be specific, and it's very specific. Then you gotta like write it out as well. Measurable is the next word. It's gotta be measurable. So like you can measure it out. So my suggestion is to write out your goal. So write it out. So what are you going to specifically do, and if you can measure it, is it possible? Can you make it happen? Is it measurable? Measurable. So from here, step by step by step by step by step, and it makes your goal. So, and then you can check it off your list. Anyone check it off your list? Check, 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 check. So checking off goals is fun, right? And when you get them accomplished, and then you feel good inside, right? So that kind of goes with my next part, which is it's got to be attainable. It's got to be attainable. So you can actually make it happen. So if I'm creating a song or an album, that's a goal that could be is it attainable? Can I do it? Is it attainable? Can I do that? And if not, then don't do it. Like, if it's one of your goals, maybe push it off to the side, then do a different goal so that it will help that goal. Does that make sense? So make it attainable. So make it sure it can happen. So, also, it's got to be relevant. It's got to make sense. If I'm creating a song, if one of my goals is creating a song, then I'm not going to make the goal, well, I'm going to go jump on the trampoline. To help that. That's not, it may be relevant to a different vision you have, but it may not be relevant to your vision that you're actually working on. So make sure it's relevant, make sure it makes sense. And also the last one is timely. It's supposed to be, yes. Timely. It's got to be timely. What's the word?
Timely.
One more twice as loud.
Timely.
It's got to be timely. What do you think that means?
Time changes it. You can't just take a whole year just to do one something.
Exactly. So
So it can take a year to do one video.
yes. So if one of your goals is to do a class like this, don't do it. Set a date that is close that you can do it at.